Hi, I'm attorney David Nguyen, and I'm an immigration attorney. It is my job to ensure that my clients maintain or obtain legal immigration status in the United States. Today, I'm going to discuss 5 significant and recent changes that are happening behind closed doors regarding immigration, none of which are being covered in great detail by the general media. The first major change involves the Freedom of Information Act, otherwise known as FOIA, with the Customs and Border Patrol. If you were ever apprehended by the CBP, had a run-in with ICE, or have been in prior deportation proceedings, this first one will definitely impact you. There have been many immigration attorneys impacted by this, including our office. We have reports and we have seen firsthand that many foreign nationals who know that they were previously detained or apprehended by the CBP are now unable to obtain their records. Prior to Trump, whenever a foreign national would submit a FOIA request with the CBP or the OBIM organization for their fingerprints, they will get records in about 6 months. Nowadays, a lot of these requests are being unanswered or taking more than a year to process. And when the FOIA results are returned, it will indicate the government has no responsive records. This is likely another reason why we must stay vigilant in keeping our records. If you are not using an immigration attorney especially. However, if you are using an immigration attorney, you can simply ask your attorney for a copy of your file if you ever want a second opinion. If you are not, you're definitely going to have trouble, especially with this new Trump administration, who does not appear to be abiding by the laws and regulations as it pertains to FOIA or other immigration requests. The second major change involves gender markers, such as male or female. A few days ago, USCIS issued a new policy guidance for gender markers on immigration forms and documents. Now, USCIS is rolling back recognitions of trans identities. This is why I don't understand how any member of the LGBTQ+ community like Caitlyn Jenner can support politicians who want to strip away their rights. If a politician tells you he does not like you because of something you cannot change, such as your gender or your sexuality, maybe you should not vote for them. The third major change involves the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court recently ruled that USCIS can now revoke a prior family or employment-based immigrant petition, and a federal court or higher court will no longer have the power to review the denial. This is a big deal. In the case Barofa versus Mayorkas, and I'm probably butchering the name, this person became a US citizen after she received a marriage-based green card. Later, USCIS revoked the approved marriage-based petition, citing that her marriage was fake or a sham. Now, she went straight up to the court because she didn't believe that USCIS had sufficient evidence to make a determination that her marriage was fake. Let this be a very good reminder of why hiring an experienced immigration attorney to help you with your case is always going to be a good idea. If you hire an experienced immigration attorney, the attorney should help you submit sufficient evidence or documents to prove that your marriage was entered in good faith or that it was bona fide. This way, in the future, if you are ever accused of entering a sham marriage, your case and the evidence you previously submitted can be used to contradict or rebut any negative information that the government has on you. The fourth change involves Venezuelan TPS holders. Recently, a U.S. district court blocked DHS from taking away temporary protected status or TPS from 350,000 Venezuelans. This is good news because now Venezuelans should be able to renew their TPS status. And this is a big deal. Why? It's because the Trump administration tried to reverse President Biden's renewal of the TPS program temporarily for Venezuelans right before he left office. Basically, the U.S. District Court found that the Trump administration failed to provide sufficient reasons why it wanted to vacate Biden's decision to extend the program. The fifth major change involves I-601A, I-601, and I-212 waivers. These are waivers that are available for foreign nationals who have entered the country without inspection, overstay their visas, commit certain crimes, or have a history of being in deportation or removal proceedings. There are 2 changes for this. The first major change is related to denial of decisions. Recently, there have been reports that immigration is denying these waivers without first issuing a request for evidence or a notice of intent to deny. This is a very big deal because these applications can take 2 or more years to process, sometimes 4 years. And if they're denied, most likely, these people would have to reapply and wait all over again. If you have already filed your waiver applications, you might want to reach out to an experienced immigration attorney. That way, we can review it and to see if there are ways to make it even stronger. The other major change regarding these waivers is that many individuals that qualify for one of these waivers, but for some reason they have not applied, I have personally seen firsthand that these individuals will either, one, they will receive a notice telling them that they're in deportation proceedings now, or two, immigration will visit them at their home or their job site and let them know that they're being arrested and they were being taken to a detention facility. So if you have not filed your waiver application, but you're supposed to, make sure that you do, or else you will be apprehended by ICE or receive a notice that you're in deportation proceedings. So did you learn anything new after watching this video? Let me know in the comments what you learned and if you enjoyed this content. Again, thank you for watching Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen, and I hope that we have made immigration easier to understand.
At David Nguyen's Law Office, we are here to help you. We bring families together through immigration. And on the other hand, we help you find solutions. All your legal needs in the hands of people who care, who are there for you. We'll take care of your loved ones at the law office of David.